Easy Love, hello. YouTube, I don't know who's there. Yeah, I don't know who's on YouTube. Thoth is rolling now in Uptown. Good afternoon, Izzy. Hello, the 420 Witch, Astrostrega. Hello, everybody. George Phillips over here on YouTube. How are you? Unclebirch coming to you live from New Orleans. I'm on YouTube and TikTok. Unclebirch and Unclebirch 3. Love my hair. Well, I haven't seen my hair very often these days. It's had a beanie for fucking days, but it's warmed up a bit. But thank you. Let's see. It's got George Phillips, the only one that said anything on YouTube. But hello over there on YouTube. Hello on TikTok. Coming to you live. Greetings from Argentina. Hello. How are you in Argentina? We've done pretty much nothing but watch the news for 3 days. So this will be the other thing that I do with my
Because your
time.
wife is Ukrainian.
Yes, Marta over here is Ukrainian. I mean, from Ukraine, like born there and shit. Been back, visited, relatives maybe.
Yeah.
Girl, yeah, well. And I just was watching CNN, and they were interviewing a guy about Russia putting its nukes on high alert. And they said, the U.S. could have responded by going to DEFCON 2. And that's all he said, and I had already looked that up. We are at DEFCON 2, according to the Strategic National Command. I don't know why CNN isn't reporting that, or nobody's reporting that. Anytime that the Russians increase their heightened state, we increase ours. But apparently, DEFCON 2's only happened 3 times in history. So we're as close as we've been to nuclear holocaust for the 4th time ever. Some argue that it's only been 2 times, but there seems to be some disagreement about that online. But for some reason, our media is not really talking about that very important point of it. I looked it up immediately when I heard that. Share the live. Oh, thank you. Yeah, share the live if you can. Like it by tapping the screen a couple times. I'm still in Facebook jail for another 3 hours, I think. It's been a long 31-day stint in Facebook jail, so I can't even share it over there. Actually, wait. I can share it to my other Facebook, which I think it defaults to over here. Let's see. All right. There, I shared it. But share it, follow if you're not following, subscribe if you're not subscribing. Unclebirch coming to you live on TikTok and YouTube simultaneously on 2 separate devices, so you'll see me going back and forth from screen to screen. I was just watching the same video before turning into AV. Yeah. Yes, very nice. Got a different angle. Marta's in the chair that I'm usually in, so now you get to see the other foliage. We got our own little piece of nature here all around the yard. It's very nice out here. My classes are posted at gumroad.com/witchschool. That is WITCHSKEWL. If you go under my profile, the address is there. It's not a link. You can't click it for some damn reason. I don't know why, but the address is there. The next year and a day course starts March 1st. So if you hope to get into that course, you want to go over there, set up an account, follow me. And when the class launches, you get a notification. So you don't want to join any class that doesn't say March 2022. Unless you're joining getting one of the standalone classes. I've had several people download my entire beginner and advanced bundle, which is a lot cheaper and takes a lot less time to take it. It doesn't take a year and a day. So you love the penance. This Yeah, this one is heavy. It's very large. This is a chimaruta. It's an Italian witch thing. Basically means sprig of rue. The most important plant in all of Italian witchcraft is rue. Gots to have the rue. I'm always growing the rue. Over here on YouTube, you've said pretty much nothing but hello, hello. Um, Greetings from Argentina. Okay, I've missed absolutely nothing on YouTube. Um, haven't posted a whole lot. Had a death in the magical family, and then now the fucking war in Ukraine is taking all of our attention. There's a lot of witches out there doing work on it. We're just not talking about it. We're not talking about the specifics because we remember what happened during the Biden Trump fiasco. A lot of witches learned what they should have learned a long time ago. Just shut the fuck up. Think Exist Productions. Wow. Okay. So excited. We're visiting New Orleans in 2 weeks. Oh, cool. Hoodoo Brujo. Back to the original spelling. I had no idea that Hoodoo Semois gave you your name, but based on your actual name, I understand why you would do so.
My mean gay best friend.
Yes, our mean gay best friend is here. Hopefully it's a day off for you. Humor is funny. Hello, how the hell are you? If anybody wants to come on screen, hit that thing to ask to go on screen with me. What are all these? Enhance? No, I don't want to fucking enhance. I don't need it. No filters. More. What's more? What can I do with more? Let's see. I can do a live intro now. I have no idea what that is, but it's apparently new, and they have admin settings. Hear my voice. Use headphones to hear how you sound to viewers. Okay, well, there's some new stuff on there. I don't know if there's anything that I need or anything that I'm going to use. Keep your casting private. Riches don't go running their mouths. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, the thing with old Biden Trump, he knew we were doing it. He knew we were doing it. The Christian evangelicals were all praying at us. They even had like David Griffin, the self-appointed leader of the Golden Dawn, doing magic to protect Trump and absorb all of the magics being sent at Trump. That's a longer story, but it didn't work out very well for the self-appointed leader of the Golden Dawn. Tragedy after tragedy, family death after family death. Even the dog died. It was a very stupid idea to suck in all of that magic to your property with magical lightning rods. So we can even learn from David Griffin how not to do magic, how not to do stupid things. You remember that? Yep. There's still a couple pages out there that I'm on that all they do is give shit to David Griffin. That's their entire reason to exist. So I hope y'all are well. If you got questions about witchcraft or something, you throw them up in there. You want to talk about Ukraine? That's all I've been talking about for fucking days now. So plenty to say on that. And then, like I said, I've got my Ukrainian wife's actually, from there, lived there, visited there. So it's pretty personal. Yeah, it is kind of hard to sleep. I just drink enough before bedtime. What's the difference between hoodoo and voodoo? Hoodoo is an African-American folk magic in that it incorporates African ideas and American ideas. So as such, it absorbs Irish, British, Scottish, Appalachian conjure ideas, all kinds of things here, but its roots are from Africa. Voodoo is an African traditional religion. Hoodoo is not a closed practice. Voodoo is. However, the voodoo that you spelled there, that would be the New Orleans version of voodoo, which is rather different than Haitian voodoo. And in New Orleans, the words cultural appropriation don't actually exist. So we don't really talk about that or have those problems. Voodoo happily marries all kinds of, like voodoo, the New Orleans version, happily borrows and incorporates all kinds of magics from all over the world, and nobody bitches about a damn thing. It's a beautiful place to live. You don't need to hear that stupid shit anymore. Do you know anyone in Norse paganism? I know very many people in Norse paganism. Absolutely. Sending love to everyone in Ukraine, all who have family and friends. Yep, me too. Hey, Ukrainians are giving them hell, man. I remember, we were just hoping that they were going to make it through the night. It was 2 nights ago, and they made it through last night. Um, I think we only changed the channel for Saturday Night Live, which is also talking about Ukraine. But other than that, it's just been a constant news in my house. Um, I was thinking about it today. Marta's not here right now. She walked away. Um, the first time me and Marta ever watched TV together when we were going out, we didn't spend a whole lot of time, watching TV, was the second Gulf War. I forget even what that one was called, but the second Gulf War, I remember me and Marta watching the charge of the 101st Cavalry, and they charged, 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 and nothing happened. And they just kept charging. So I guess we have a history of watching wars together. This one's just a little more personal. Oh, thank you very much. Well, come out to Hexfest and you can meet me. That'll be the next thing coming up. We just finished WitchCon, so the next thing will be Hexfest in August here in New Orleans. Epic bunch of presenters. I don't even know who's presenting because I was, busy getting up to WitchCon, and that was huge, and now that's over. So now we get ready for Hexfest in New Orleans, and where I'm teaching 3 workshops. You might want to come out to this one. It's pretty rare. When you're a New Orleans local and you're booked for Hexfest, you only got to do 1 workshop. If if you come from somewhere else, they have to pay for your travel and lodging and stuff. They get their money's worth. They get 3 workshops out of you. But when you're a local, you're typically only asked to do 1 workshop. But they asked me to do 3. So they'll pay me for each workshop. So it's like, okay, well, what am I gonna do? Make less money? I'll probably be home sitting around talking about witchcraft anyways. Might as well, walk over to the French Quarter, 15-minute fucking walk that way, and get paid to teach witchcraft. Why the fuck not? So, Hexfest. Check it out at hexfest.com. Last year we sold out months ahead of time, so you might want to get your tickets. Have you done any of the Witchfest here in the UK? Nope, never been there at all. And I just won't go to Ireland because I just won't come back. I'll join the IRA and never come back. Trying to make it, trust me. I don't know if tickets are left. There are tickets right now, but we sold out about 4 months ahead of time last year. And this year is, way more epic presenters, so, get in there soon. But tickets are available now, or they would have told me to stop plugging Hexfest. Damn, it's cooling off. I might have to get me that hat out. Born in Belfast, and love that you said that. Yeah, it's legit. I got so much Irish blood in me, man. I would just join up. How does it take for you to know you're ready to do witchcraft? You might not know. Just do it. Do it and see how it works out for you. Oh, I see.
What's an obstacle?
As you're an obstacle. Big damn dog.
Step on a space.
Czech Polish. Tense times over in your neck of the woods over there, definitely. Well, where you're from at least. We finally get fucking past COVID, start getting to have a life, and some son of a bitch is gonna try and start World War fucking 3, man. I'm gonna like myself, look at that. So tap the screen a couple times on TikTok, send me likes, gets more people over here. I have noticed that when people are live now, it shows up in my notifications, like if I'm looking at my messages and stuff. That's how it used to be on TikTok, and they stopped doing that. Let's see, any advice working with demons? To want to fuck myself up. Be very careful what you agree to. Any working with demons will require payment. There will be a pact, and demons have really good lawyers. Beware of the words in perpetuity on any pact. Never sign anything that says in perpetuity. That means this lifetime and all the lifetimes thereafter you'll be paying that bill. So always, whenever you're working with demons, always remember there will be payment required. And if you agreed to the payment, you better fucking pay. Or you just, own your soul in perpetuity, that kind of thing. So Be ready to pay. If you don't want to pay, don't do it. And you know, you never need to start out working with demons right away, you know. There's far less volatile things you can work with. Great advice. Thank you. Humor is funny. Unclebirch coming to you live from New Orleans on YouTube and TikTok. YouTube's not really saying a whole lot. George Phillips sending love. Got people saying hello. There's a cat in a box. It's kind of cool. Cats often in boxes. If you want to come on live with me on TikTok, you hit that little thing over in the lower left-hand corner. Looks like a red and blue infinity symbol, kind of. And you can ask to come on live with me. Wet hound. What are you looking at? Kiev's encircled. Oh, fuck. Hey, Alex. Oh, thanks for sharing live video. Yeah, I just said Kiev's encircled. I don't really know if that's going to help them. Fighting insurgents is very different than a pitched battle. So far, I'm not very impressed with Russia at all. You know, we're all very worried and very scared, and they're fighting a war like a kindergartner would fight a war, man. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's already stretched his supply lines so far that they're vulnerable to attack. He's trying to do the blitzkrieg, but he forgot, you know, what made the blitzkrieg fail. Why was Russia able to defeat them? Because they went too far. Their supply line couldn't reach them. They ran out of fucking gas. That's what's happening with Russia now. My tarot reader pulled out a death card 3 times when I asked her who I should work with. Could be Santo Muerte, but I don't know. Yeah, it's fucking insanity in Europe for sure. Well, that's kind of a cool little Ukrainian star thing. Yeah, so it probably won't be on too long. Sounds like shit's happening. And we gotta go watch what's happening and keep doing magic and stuff. Figured I'd jump out here. Spell to start accumulating wealth. Well, you're on YouTube right now, so you go on YouTube and find my video, To Hide a Sigil in Plain Sight. Find it, use it, live it, love it. I just got a notification that said Kyiv is encircled. Yeah.
I heard something online on social media that said that one of, I forgot who it is, Fyodorov maybe, I don't know, one of his dudes said his goal is to completely take over and declare victory on March 2nd.
Was March 2nd a significant date for something?
That's the date that he set.
Okay.
And so March 2nd is on Wednesday. Because the first Mardi Gras is on Tuesday.
Yeah, this thing ain't gonna be over for a while, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying that that's probably why
Yeah.
they're escalating everything, is because like they're gonna get in trouble if they don't win it by March 2nd.
Yeah. Oh, man. I was just telling the folks, first time we ever watched TV together was watching a war on fucking CNN.
Yep.
This one's a little more personal.
Yep.
What, hound? You keep sticking your cold nose on me, dude. Can't see him. Just out of camera, but he's always up in my grill. I can't go pee without him. I can't go anywhere. There he is again. He just like, he's flanking me. I told him to stop over here, and he goes around me and comes over this way. Flanking maneuvers all day, every day. Is it possible to do witchcraft with people in Ukraine? Yes, many people are doing it. We're not talking about what we're doing. So do it. You know, find an image online of something in the center of Ukraine and concentrate on that.
Find a picture of Odessa. That's
Yeah.
where I'm from.
I found over here on YouTube one of my old videos from my activist days, specifically to fan the flames, or I'm sorry, the flames of discontent, which is posted over here on YouTube by my band Just Kiddin'. It was a general revolution song, and I threw together this little video for YouTube. And I just found all of these different revolution pictures from throughout history. And one of the ones that I found, there's these two fists raised in the air, and everything's orange everywhere. And it was the Orange Revolution in Ukraine, which is when it kind of started to fall apart for Putin. Putin tried to take over Ukraine with voter fraud, and people saw through it, and international monitors called foul, and they had rioting and shit in the streets, and that led to the fucking Orange Revolution and the actual
Which
independence
was
of Ukraine.
relatively not bloody compared to most revolutions.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know if I understand why Russia's invading Ukraine. I don't know if there's any rational thing. It's
They want
fucking
to
ego.
recoup their
Yeah.
territory that they had in the Soviet Union.
Putin wants the Soviet Union back. This is his first attempt to try and fucking do that.
The funny thing is, most of those countries are the Soviet bloc are in NATO.
I know.
So it's like maybe he can take Ukraine, but he's not going to take anything else.
Yeah.
So that's not even a goal by any means.
Well, I was reading this thing like in the 9th century, Ukraine was more powerful than Russia, and they were adversaries. And at that time, that was like at the formation of Ukraine, and the leaders of Ukraine and Russia both had the same names as the leaders do now. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Kiev and Rus was like an empire for a long time. Moscow was a little village in the sticks.
Yeah, they were
And
said
the
to
way
be
they
more
came
powerful.
to power is when the Mongols took over.
And when the Soviet Union fell, the majority of the Russian nukes were on Ukrainian soil. They had them. They made an agreement with Russia and the United States that if they gave their nukes back, and they actually gave them back to Russia, that we would protect their sovereignty. We would, and Russia would honor it. And now it's come time to pay that agreement. It's sure good that we didn't make a pact with a demon. We'd have to fucking pay, but as is typical when it's time for America to pay up, we don't. Think of all the times that we got the Kurds involved in wars and then bailed on them on several fronts. Now it's time to protect Ukraine, and we're not going to do it. Encourage your viewers to share your live. Share my live. I encourage you to share my live. I also encourage you to tap the screen twice if you're on TikTok to like the video. Over here on YouTube, it's a little it's more old school. There's a thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. NATO's been pushing nations close to Russia to join. That creates a national security risk. NATO hasn't really been pushing people to join, or they'd be in already. I know of nobody that NATO's been pushing for them to join. There's several countries that want to join. Problem is, you have to make it public that you want to join, and then there's a time period for them to vote on it and stuff, and then Russia's going to attack you.
NATO can't approve a country that's currently in conflict. So if you make your intentions that you want to join first, and then you get attacked, they can't accept you because you're being attacked, even though you made your declaration before you got attacked.
Yeah. And why are all those countries in NATO? This is why. They don't want this to happen again. This has already happened to them.
The United States is going to have their back if they're in NATO.
A lot of those countries are former Soviet Union countries that were taken over fucking by Russia. He used his excuse combating Hitler to take over several nations. Estonia, the former Soviet Union, joined NATO. Yeah, there's all kind of. If you look at the map, it's pretty serious. And now Finland's talking about joining. Russia's basically allied with China. However, I don't know the parameters of that
It
alliance or
doesn't seem like
China.
China's getting involved in
Yeah,
any of
if
this.
they were actual allies, China would have to be involved in this, unless they. I don't even think they have a defense pact. Invite. All right, if you want, yeah, if you want to go live, come on the screen with me over here on TikTok. Just hit that little down the lower left-hand corner. Looks like an infinity sign of red and blue circles. Hit that and request to go live, and I'll bring you on the screen with me. Not a formal alliance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If a friend asks for a reading, is it wrong to ask for payment? No. The law of exchange must always be adhered to, or they're not going to get a good reading for something. Everything that's taken, something must be given. My daughter, like within the last year, asked me for a reading, and so I'm going, okay. So we have to exchange something. How about $13? As opposed to 95. So yeah, she got a hell of a discount. But we had to. It's my daughter even. We had to exchange something. Something has to exchange. Cross my palms with silver. You can explain that to your friend if you want. If you don't follow the laws of exchange, you're probably not going to have a good reading. I would accept almost anything for reading: money, food, spices. Yes, something. Something must be given. Um, there's a song, Witch by Apache, both Ukrainian and witchy. Well, we're slowly starting to find out about Slavic paganism. Um, there are books coming out, and it's and the first. I've never known anything of any of those. Marta hasn't known any of her paganism of her ancestors, but there are books starting to come out on these things. Thank you for the likes. I sent a guest request. Oh, you did. See, I barely see that thing. Thanks for telling me, because I can barely see that. All right, we're bringing the Fantasia on. Connecting.
Hello, Uncle Birch.
What's happening?
Not much.
Where you at?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, where the wind.
We know somebody in Enid.
Enid, Oklahoma. We know somebody in Enid,
I
Oklahoma.
thought you already knew I lived in Oklahoma.
I might have. I've been smoking pot since I was 12, so short-term memory loss. How you doing? What's
It's
going
gotten
on?
really crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, really crazy. I grew
One
up
of
during
my
the Cold War, and here we thought that was over.
Yeah.
Any witchy
I've been
shops?
making posts teaching people about how the Soviets were studying the paranormal and like the Cold War.
Yeah. During the Cold War, we were both studying it. Matter of
Sorry.
fact, that's where America came up with remote viewing, which is like an extremely accurate type of astral projection. That's one of the things we know
Yeah,
of that
I've
came
heard
out of
about
their
that.
studies. Yeah. Any witch shops you'd recommend in New Orleans? Hex and Omen. I don't know anybody else right now that I
The
recommend.
Fatima store, but we haven't been in there.
There's
personally.
Fatima's store, but I don't know what it's
I
called.
forget what it's Paths to Awakening, I
Paths
think.
to Awakening.
It's on North Rampart Street.
I mean, there's so many occult stores I walked by a million times, never been into. Don't know anything about them. Probably should do that sometime. But COVID hit, and our exploring got kind of limited. We're just starting to venture into the French Quarter again. So what's happening in Oklahoma? Is this like snow, winter? What do you got?
Did it get bad over there?
Which thing? COVID?
Yeah, it was snowing a bit.
Mm.
We got a blizzard.
Yeah. I've never been through a blizzard. Hurricanes, yes. Did what get bad over here? You asked.
When COVID hit.
Oh yeah, we have pictures of roaming gangs of rats on Burbage Street. They were getting kind of aggressive because they're used to, drunk people dropping food all over the damn place, and all of a sudden there was no food.
Well, Mardi Gras in 2020, was early on in COVID, but it became a super spreader. So
Yeah.
that's actually what made it bad.
Yeah, we had we had travel bans. You couldn't go from New Orleans to Florida or Texas. They're stopping you at the fucking border. And then after a while, we stopped letting Floridians come in. So yeah, it was very crazy to see all of what the craziness that we normally see down in the
it's
quarter
getting
just
a lot-
wasn't happening.
It's getting a lot better.
It's getting a lot better.
Most people who live here are fully vaccinated.
Yeah,
And
people who live here.
Everybody wears a mask.
Yeah, we wore a mask with no problem. We got our vaccine mandates. Like we were the first places to have vaccine mandates to go out and into public places.
And in our schools.
And then our schools were the first to have vaccine mandates for schools. But the tourists, for the longest time, you could just tell a tourist. You go down the French Quarter, it's like, oh, no mask? Oh, welcome to New Orleans, motherfucker, get back. But the people that live here, we're really fucking good at it. People think of us as irresponsible drunks in the street, but those are actually the tourists. We get drunk at home. Dude. Fuck, hold on. Okay, we're back on YouTube. Had a little connection problem. I believe they just lifted the mask mandate in New Orleans. Most people are still wearing them anyways, though. So sounds like you got some news radio on.
Yeah, my mom is listening to the radio. She turned it down.
Sorry.
No worries. They just lifted the mask mandates in the Netherlands, it says.
Sorry.
It was a breath of fresh air when I went to New Orleans and they required a vax card. Absolutely. We preferred those places. I mean, every place was supposed to do it, but a lot of places didn't really do it, or they were really
the Vampire
lax.
Cafe and Potions did it before there was even an advisory.
So yeah, ask me about witch shops. There's all kinds of them. There's one on every corner. But we love us the Vampire Cafe. The food's fucking great. I love hanging out with vampires. It's all like spooky and stuff, so we fit right in. And then the Vampire Cafe owns our favorite speakeasy, which is called Potions. And it tends to be populated by buttloads of witches anytime we've ever gone. So run by vampires, frequented by witches, and that's where we like to hang out. It's a speakeasy, so it's a little difficult to get to. And we don't have every random tourist in there and shit.
Is it left over from the Prohibition era?
I'm not sure. There's actually a speakeasy in our neighborhood that's supposed I think it was last night they're having their closing fucking party. Chet told me about it, but we weren't up to going anywhere. Yeah, I don't know if it's a leftover. It probably is. I mean, we got brothels still. Very different coming from Texas. Oh God, I can't imagine what it's like, coming from Texas where they have like no mask mandates, no vaccine. But it's probably worse in Florida at least. What's it like in Oklahoma? You guys got mask mandates and vaccine and all that shit?
Do we have a mask mandate?
Huh?
Do we have a mask mandate?
No.
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 The only state left that has one is Hawaii.
The only state
Hawaii.
left that has one is Hawaii.
That's probably a good idea with all the tourists coming there,
Where do they live?
We're in New Orleans.
Where do they live?
New Orleans.
Oh.
Yeah, we still have it in schools, but I think think they lifted it everywhere else.
Yeah, they're still wearing masks in schools. We got vaccine mandate in schools too. But we got all of ours. Our kids got them all too. When it comes to get a booster, he'll be raring to go for the booster too. So you like Oklahoma?
We're in a really bad spot for connectivity.
Ah,
Us?
Yeah.
Well, we're kind of in the boonies, suburban area.
Yeah.
Oklahoma sounds scary enough, but the boonies of Oklahoma, man. I don't know. I'm scared. Well, okay, talk about something. You came on live. What you doing? What's going on? What do you practice in Oklahoma? Fantasia.
What do I practice?
Yes.
Mostly folk magic.
Yes. Any particular
And
kind of folk magic?
some ceremonial stuff.
Folk magic and ceremonial magic.
Any
Interesting.
particular what?
Any particular type of folk magic?
Just what I've picked up from the locals, the other people that live here.
Okay. So
And,
Oklahoman folk magic.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you for
Yeah,
following me,
I
Psychic
mean,
Witch.
I'm not sure if it's linked to the Ozark, but there's definitely there's Psychic City Witch. That's one of my mentors.
Oh, really?
I practice a really particular type of folk magic called Kitusa folk magic.
What's it? What's the name? Ah, I missed
Yeah,
the
I
name.
think your connection is just.
Yeah, I think his connection's bad. I didn't catch the name of the folk magic. All right, sounds like Fantasia's not catching a lot of what I'm saying, so okay. Unclebirch coming to you live from New Orleans. Oh yeah, we got leaves on the trees. Too many. I gotta thin that one out. We need light for the plants. But yeah, I don't know if those trees ever lost leaves, except for the hurricane. During the last hurricane, most of the leaves blew off the trees. Hoodoo Bruce, I was saying hi again. Hello, what are you at work?
Hi.
Russian hackers are
Hi,
messing with
Hoodoo
our
Bruce.
connection. Yeah, I think we got Russian hackers messing with our connection. That's what's happening here.
They know I'm here.
My connection is messing up too.
Yeah. Oh no.
I cut
Hoodoo
out a
Bruce.
lot earlier, and I'm not sure if what I said got through, but I said I practice Kitusa folk magic.
Yeah, I'm still not hearing the name.
Kitusa folk magic. It's
Kitusa.
just what I call it because it's
Okay.
local.
All right. Hoodoo Brujo's using a recipe that Moise gave him for cleansing bombs. Right on, right on, right on. Thank you to all the people following. Yeah, if you're not following, click that follow button so you know when I go live. They've changed the thing where you can see everybody that's going live when you check your messages now. Or you check like your likes and that kind of stuff. That's what it used to be. They tell you everybody that was live. So I've made it onto a lot of people's lives lately. Oh, hello. What do
Your
you
dog
want?
looks beautiful.
Yeah. He's a pain in the ass though. He's extremely clingy.
It's really pretty.
He's a local boy, so he's got some Catahoula in him. And so Greyhound and all kinds of shit. That's Mojo. We recently changed his name to Mojeaux. The New Orleans spelling for Mojo. get something to eat. What are you doing?
I'm gonna check my credit card before I get very far down the road.
What?
I'm gonna check my credit card
Okay.
before I get down the road. Cause I'm really hungry.
What do you practice?
Witchcraft, chaos magic, a little bit of ceremonial magic with a sprinkling of strega over the top. And some hoodoo.
Yeah.
Got hoodoo all up in my grill too.
I'm in a DID system, a dissociative identity disorder, and we all sort of practice something different. So we have a Christian mystic in my body, a hoodoo practitioner, someone that practices Ghanaian spirituality, which is really interesting.
YouTube's tripping, man. I got green connection on TikTok. YouTube's tripping. Okay, I'm trying to answer the person on YouTube again. Would your housing spell work
Guess
for
what
a
is
house
going
that
on?
belonged to my recently deceased dad? Yes. That housing spell kicks ass. Yeah, I guess that would affect his numerology. I hadn't thought about that. Megan, Mardi Gras has been pretty good. We've gone to a few parades. Not a whole lot. All the stuff going on with Moise and then now Ukraine. We've canceled a couple plans over the weekend. But we did get out and we got some throw, whole lot of beads, little footballs, cups. Not really cool stuff. Like a friend of ours went to Muse and got the shoes. Both her and her daughter got one of the Muse shoes. And if you don't know about New Orleans, the crew of Muse decks out these shoes, and they will fetch like thousands of dollars on eBay later if people want to sell them. But most people keep them. But they deck out these shoes, and then is it Nick's that's handbags, purses? They Muse's shoes.
Yeah, Nick's. But I heard somebody recently who got a purse from a different one. Nick's is
Okay.
kind of in some
Yeah.
political trouble right now, so there
Yeah.
might be another crew that started doing purses.
Yeah.
I forget
remember
which one.
a couple years ago, one of the leaders of the crew of Nick's retweeted All Lives Matter, which started some hell. And then this year she
It's
said
beyond that.
worse shit.
Yeah.
But we apparently have a right-wing fucking Trump supporter in one of the main crews in town. They seem to have a hard time getting rid of her. But other than that, Mardi Gras season going pretty well. We got shit till Tuesday.
We need to stuff our
We
faces
got to stuff
full
our
of
face
king
full of
cake.
king cake, man. We got a crawfish king cake in there waiting to go. Doing king cake every day because you can't do king cake after Mardi Gras, or the Saints lose, and then everybody in town hates you. Hello, beautiful humans, back at you. Unclebirch coming to you live from New Orleans, where we've got just a few more days if you want to get into the March class. My year and a day course, I tend to have about 5 of them going. I'm starting another one in March because of the demand. Everybody wants to get in. It will be $40 a month for a year and a day. You got to get over to gumroad.com/witch school. That, of course, is WITCHSKEWL. Set up an account. Follow me. March 1st, when the class launches, you'll get a notification. The class will not exist until March 1st. Do not join another year and a day course that does not say March 2022 on it, or you'll be in the wrong damn class. And it happens all the time because I've got too many classes going
So
at
we
once.
could do some tacos.
Yeah, do
We
tacos.
could do some tacos.
It's like Taco Sunday.
Sure.
Okay, Fantasia, I'm gonna let you go. You're gonna go, guys. Gonna go do tacos.
All right. See ya.
All right, see ya. How do I do this? Oh, you left. Okay, good, because I didn't know how to turn that off. Well, if you want to come online too, talk about tacos. Just hit that little thing in the lower left-hand corner on TikTok to ask to go on live. It's a little blue and red circle. Looks like an infinity symbol, kind of. And then I don't know if it's even an option on YouTube. I've never had anybody come on live with me on YouTube. If you know how to do it, press something. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything where I can invite somebody in. But God, if YouTube doesn't have that, man, they're lagging. Unclebirch coming to you live from New Orleans. I'll be here for just a few more minutes. I think I'm going to be here for one more cigarette. I got to go in and watch some more news.
I gotta eat my king cake.
We got king cake. And drink. Walking Witch, hello. How the hell are you? Follow if you're not following. I do this pretty often. Today's kind of a short show because we got a lot going on. I got my Ukrainian wife here. She's one of those mail order brides.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, got free shipping. There's Amazon Prime.
No refunds.
No refunds. Yeah, she didn't come with a warranty. But yeah, she's actually, from Ukraine, born there, only able to leave because she was a Jew. Because when it was the Soviet Union, there was so much anti-Semitism that Jews were the only people allowed to leave the country. And as such, her entire family are political refugees in the United States to this day. I mean, she's a citizen now, but she's still a refugee. Hell no, I didn't pay $35, man. Let her sit in a box. I'm not a right-wing Trump supporter, but I have to say my right-wing Trump supporters are just as good of people as my Trump derangement people. Anybody that's a Trump supporter embraces racism, misogyny, xenophobia, homophobia, or they wouldn't still support Trump. So no, when you support very, very unfine things, you are not a fine person. And just a little word of wisdom for everybody that should already fucking know this. Anytime in life you find yourself on the same side as the neo-Nazis, you pick the wrong side. And the fact that the Nazis love Trump should make people not love fucking Trump. But if you want to stay in bed with the Nazis, well, then you're at least a Nazi sympathizer. So any Trump supporter in this day and age is at the very least a Nazi sympathizer. So no, they're not good people. They're not fine people. They embrace all of the worst things in life, and they love a bully dictator. So no, they're not fine people, and those things just not overload. A lot of my Trump friends are blacks and Mexicans. Well, they're delusional then, but they still embrace sexism, misogyny, xenophobia, homophobia, and right-wing Christian rule. So they're deluded, but yeah, let's see, one of my necklaces got a pentagram, or pentacle because it exists in physical space, right? Pentagrams when we draw it. Pentacle exists in physical space, yes, yes. Chimaruta, Italian for spigaroo. Best time of year to go to New Orleans, I'd say November. I like it here in November. It's warm enough, but you can wear a jacket. August is brutal. Summer's brutal, and it's right in the middle of hurricane season. But Witchfest is coming in August, regardless. Everything's air conditioned. You might want to bring an umbrella. Come to New Orleans, bring your vaccine card, bring an umbrella. Umbrellas are great for when it rains, and it's great for when it's sunny as fuck. You've got shade everywhere you go. Just walk around with your fucking umbrella if it rains. And then, of course, I've got a Italian horn for Fortuna, and a key for Hecate. I'm gonna make a birthday trip in November. Yeah, November's a good time. We came here to look for a house. New Orleans can kind of suck you in. I came here one year to teach Hexfest in August. Hateful behavior. Wow, I just got permanently banned from going live on TikTok for hateful behavior. Hateful fucking behavior. Can you believe that shit? Wow. All right, well, I submitted my appeal. We'll see what fucking happens there. I have another account I can go live on if I have to. Wow. Hateful behavior. Do you remember that? Hateful behavior? Was it calling Trump supporters racist, misogynist, xenophobic, homophobic, that kind of thing? Huh. Well, it's true. It ain't ragging if it's true. That's all right. I'll be out of Facebook jail in another 2 hours, it looks like. Wow. That's just funny as fuck. All right, well, guess I'm talking to nobody on that screen now. Well, I was getting ready to go anyways. Oh, wow, I was smoking on my lives. I shouldn't have done that in the first place, huh? Yeah, we can't do that on TikTok anymore, I guess. Oh, well. That's why I have 5 accounts on TikTok, right? All right, well, I guess I don't have to say bye to the people on TikTok. We'll see what happens with my appeal. Have a good day. Merry meet. Merry part. Merry meet again, y'all.